Speaking of being nobody's bitch, let's go ahead and get into rewind and rethink.
That was the one. That was a movie reference. My God.
Speaking of nobody's bitch, this lady right here ain't nobody's bitch. Listen to this. Rachel Dorn is 41 from DC. She got terminated after an IT flag revealed that she was simultaneously employed at 3 different jobs at the same time, ranking in the top 10% on all 3 jobs. She collected $347,000 in her combined salary.
Oops, don't stop. Keep going.
Gossip in the comments. Y'all think she should have lost her job? Listen, she had her combined salary.
Hell no, she was doing. She in the top 10% of all 3. Don't be getting mad because you can't take her time. She took back her time. Shit, I can do all 3 of these at one time.
Listen to how she did it though. So sis had 3 monitors. Okay. So listen, she had 3 monitors. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. She had 3 different monitors, 3 different setups. Boom. She attended 14 Zoom meetings simultaneously by muting 2 and talking into 1. It's wild. Her coworkers described her as extremely present and focused.
No, don't be mad at somebody because they actually know how
under
to
pressure.
value
This
their time.
lady might be a serial killer, bro. Because listen,
No,
that's
she's
wild.
not.
I'm just saying she's got like A1. Her blood pressure is top tier.
What for? What she gotta be blood pressure for? Is this something she can do in her sleep? Shit.
Somebody with 3 jobs doing that the way she is, I don't think there's any pressure involved at all. She was locked the in. I don't know what she was trying to buy or what type of setup she was trying to have for herself in life, but she need to be in the C-suite. I can't wait there.
No, but this is the main reason why people are moving towards we want you to come into the office phase and everything, because they just want to be able to have your time and have your personal time. We want to consume your hours and not with anybody else. So it turns it more into a power play than anything else. Am I producing what you need? Do you have any issues with what I'm producing? Or you just need me to sit in the damn seat so you feel better about the power dynamic that's going on here?
Right.
Nah, if I'm producing what you need, if I'm over here, I don't care if I got 4 or 5 computers and it's just me and I'm not outsourcing the material that I'm doing. Move out the way. Let me do what I'm doing. Because it's either that or you firing somebody for being a shitty employee after 6 months, 12 months, 14 months, 18 months, and then you gotta go and make sure that you cross your T's and dot your I's because such and such isn't producing. Get out of here.
Well,
she was getting to it.
But here's what they don't talk about.
He said they hate her because they ain't her.
Yeah. So look. So here's where they're gonna have legal grounds to basically.
Because everybody can't do that.
A lot of people are unaware of some of the agreements that they sign, and one of the agreements that a lot of people sign is a non-compete and conflict of interest. Those are 2 agreements a lot of people sign. They don't even know that they signed. So a non-compete is a legal contract where an employee agrees not to work for a company for a competing business or start a competing business for a specific period after leaving their current employer. They often include limits based on time, geography, and job duties. It prevents them from increasing competition. They use this to protect trade secrets, client lists, or other confidential business information. So that's one way.
Let's be for real. How they protecting trade secrets when everybody using the same AI tools? Everybody's using the same Microsoft tools. All of that is good for the gander at this point. There are no trade secrets. Everybody's giving their same information to the same 2 or 3 companies. There are no more trade secrets.
The problem is if you say, I used to work at
AI.
Mouse's Mouse USA, and I go to Mickey Mouse USA. Shout out to Disney. and I say, well,
and they just do a layoff. I mean, do we need to shout?
Listen, I have to say that. Because I don't want them to come for me because they will. I forgot not to say their name. But Mouse is Mouse. You know, I'd have to say, you know, if I said Mouse is Mouse did XYZ, and so I can do that for you as well. That's where it becomes a trade secret because I'm telling you where I got it from and then the results from that. A lot of times there's that, like your knowledge of what you did somewhere is still their proprietary information and it's considered intellectual property a lot of times, too, depending. And that's what they try to sue people on. Non-competes are like, if you work in an industry, once again, like you can't work in an adjacent or similar industry. Also, what they get you is conflict of interest, where that's where she's also getting wrapped up. How you gonna be working at my job if you working at their job? That's basically what they're saying. So that she really got fired for those reasons, not necessarily because she did the job efficiently, but because how can you justify that you're doing the job that for me, like I hired you, if you ain't.
But really, if I'm in the top 10, then you still hire me.
She's in the top 10. It's kind of crazy.
If I'm in the top 10, then there's no non-compete. There's no conflict of interest because I worked in your interest.
There is a non-compete.
I worked in your interest.
You're still competing.
How can you determine which place she's competing with? Were they all in the same industry?
You know what? I guess it would also depend on what that contract says, because some contracts will say non-compete means that you cannot have another job if you work for me. So if you have
so the power dynamic, yeah, okay.
Well, think about a salaried employee. Right?
So how about this? You can't work in another job unless it's a service industry job, because if you work at a bar, they say you can't work at another bar. You can't work at a bar in a movie theater. You can't work at a bar in a movie theater in a toy store.
It would depend on what that contract says. So I have seen a contract.
It depends on how much you're getting paid. So if
I have seen a contract that
I
says
like
that if you have another job of anything, you must tell us, or you are subject to termination immediately. I have seen actual contracts that say that. So it depends on what the contract. So what I'm saying to bring light to this is that it's not the fact that she couldn't do the job great, but you got to read, as we talk about these employers are not loyal, right? Read what they're giving you to sign, because it's not created equally, and to understand what they're saying you have to do for this job, and decide can you comply to that? Because if they were to come back to sue you, if it says that, technically legally you're bound, and I hope you have a great lawyer. Because they do.
If you never knew
they do.
that I worked at a certain space, if it wasn't for social media or otherwise, why you got a hissy fit about it?
Them other two, one of them told the other ones. That's how that looked like to me. The one found out about it, and they said, yeah, and then what they can do, message.
Well, you know what? Good for you then, because you lost somebody who's in the top 10% of your productivity gains. So you lost. Good. Would
you like to know how, just in case you're wondering, well, how did they know? Well, what they can do too is when you have a credit report, a lot of times when you get a new job, they report back to who you work for and when. So those companies, they had a hinge on that. They could be like, I feel like I saw her in another meeting. Let me go look it up. They could technically go pull whatever from that and check, kind of like a soft background check kind of thing. And it could tell them like some of that information. So that's also how people find out. That's how they find out. They're like, well, wait a minute. How all three of these at the same time? That's all. So shout out to her for being efficient.
You still lost your top 10% of your productivity gain. So I could see if it made sense to somebody who was on the lower 10%, not the top 10%. Fine. They're able to do that, and they're top. What you said? I need the extra 10% because they could be the top 1%. Oh, okay, cool.
Let's get him out of here.
All the percent. Exactly. Just say that you want to fire somebody. Just say that you're trying to save headcount. Just say those things versus whatever we talking about here. This is some bullshit. I don't care if you got 5 jobs. If out of the 5 jobs, you top 10%, guess what? You got it, dog. I'm glad that you here because you in the top 10%. Cool.
Drop a drip in the comments. Let us know. You keeping her? She working 3 jobs like that, or you think she about to tear your business up?
Late night, screen glow, 2 mic, 1 show, Jam talk slick in a soft tone. They ain't do the math on your phone. Holly cool breeze in your headphone. Baby, that drip feel grown. Politics at the kitchen table. Big dreams stacked on a cable. Left, right, we